when I was born, we were coming to church, and we were really involved in the church for my whole life, but my life at home was so different than my life in public. I grew up in a home with a lot of anger, and it was traumatic, and I felt responsible for keeping that secret. When I was 15, my parents gave me the option to no longer come to church if I didn't want to. And of course I didn't, and I ran. And I remember standing in this worship center thinking, I'm never gonna come here again. And I thought that I wouldn't. And when I came back, I actually came back through CR because it was hard for me to come back through these doors. And I started the steps, but the third step is turning your life over to God. And I was like, that's the hard one. That was where I got stuck. And that's where I was stuck when I came on a Sunday. It was Tim Tibbles who was giving the message, and it happened to be Communion Day. When Tim said, if you have a relationship with Jesus, I want you to come to the front to do communion, I had all the reason to go to the front. You know, it would have been easy for me to just file in and say, yeah, I used to come to church, I'm good, you know, and keep hiding, which was in my nature to do. But he said, if you don't have a relationship with Jesus, we have a belong poster in the back, and we would love to meet you and share Jesus with you. As people started to move to the front, I was just gonna sit there. And Tim was like, you can move forward and you can move to the back, but please do not sit still. You have to stand up.
And we're gonna begin talking about what Jesus looks like in your life. Nobody stay in your chair today. I'm begging you to be made right with God.
The couple that's right there in front of me, they start to move to the side to let me go to the front. And I was like, actually, I need to go that way. And it was so scary. And I really thought that this sea of shame was going to drown me before I ever got there. But I said I need to go that way. And then their smile got even bigger. And it was crazy. And then instead of ushering me forward, he just moved to the side, and the sea just parted. Everybody moved over. And so I started walking to the back, and people were like giving me high fives and patting me on the back and hugging me, and it was so sweet. And I got to the very end, and an older woman who had stayed at the back and didn't go to the front, she stood up out of her seat and she took my face in her hands like this, and she said, welcome home. And it was like, just in that 2.5 minutes, you know, God redeemed 28 years of pain. It was just obvious that it was God who was pursuing me. And I made the decision to give my life to Christ a week after that. He took everything that was dead in me and just brought it back to life.